You are not who you think you are. You are so much more than you think you are. You are so much more, and I won't even be like, you're a child of God. Although you are a child of God, I don't want to take away from that. That is part of your identity. But you are made uniquely. You were made specifically. You were made with a plan and a purpose in mind. And God has so much more for you. And if you are feeling stuck or stagnant, or you're like, Lord, why am I here? What is my purpose? The answer lies in your identity and who the Lord created you to be. So many of us think of ourselves as, I'm just a mom, I'm just a wife, I'm just somebody that works at this place, I'm just my job, I'm just my hobby, right? We think of ourselves in these small ways, and we limit ourselves, and we categorize ourselves by these small ideas. But the Lord has big ideas for you. He created you as a big idea and big plans. And I want to use David as an example. David from the Bible. So we know him that he was a king, right? Obviously, King David. But he was also a shepherd. Before he was a king, he was a shepherd, tending to his family's sheep. He was a warrior. He he cut down literally Goliath, right? He took down Goliath. He was a warrior. He was also a poet, which we can tell from all the Psalms he wrote. He was a writer, a beautiful writer, somebody who wrote beautiful, honest, thought-provoking, heart-wrenching poetry. And he was also a king. If David had only defined himself as a shepherd, and when the opportunity came to step up and be more than that, he wouldn't have lived out his full purpose. If he had only defined himself as a poet, we might not even have any of his psalms, because he would have just been just a poet, not David, the poet, warrior, shepherd, king, right? If he had only seen himself as a warrior, then he might never have achieved king status, because he would just see himself as just a warrior. Like, no, I'm not meant to be king. I'm just a warrior. I just go fight. If he had limited himself, if he had boxed himself in and said, no, I'm only this one thing, he wouldn't be the great shepherd, warrior, poet, King David that we know. God is the same way. God is not just God, right? There are many names of God that describe the different parts of him, the different facets of him, the different traits that make up who he is, right? He's the God who sees, the God who provides. He's the great physician. He's other things I can't come up with off the top of my head. Same thing with Jesus, right? Jesus was a teacher and a healer and a friend and king and Lord of Lords. We too, you also are multifaceted. You are multidimensional. There is so much more to you than being just a mom, just a wife, just an employee, just a musician, just a quilter, just a small business owner. There is so much more to you. So, example for me to kind of lead into this next part, the end part. When I first asked the Lord, I was like, who am I? Who did you create me to be? He's given me many, many answers since then. But in the first things he told me when I asked him, he said, you are a writer, creator, encourager. And knowing that the Lord created me to be those things, to do those things, to enter the world as with those parts of my identity, gave me purpose. It gave me hope. It gave me a plan. It gave me somewhere to go. It gave me a bigger reason to show up every day. Because I was like, I know what the Lord specifically has created me for. And so I can go out and do those things. And likewise, the same is true for you. The Lord has created you for more, to do more, to be more. There is work that he has created specifically for you to do while you are here. There are things that he wants you to do and people he wants you to talk to and places he wants you to go, and there's so much more. So if you are feeling stuck or stagnant or like just whatever it is you define yourself as, whatever little box you're putting yourself in, go to the Lord today and ask him, who do you say I am? And believe him and write it down. Write it down. Very important to write it down so that you can return to it and be like, no, this is what the Lord said. This is true. And then go out and live that and ask him, how can I be those things today? How can I show up as a person you created me to be? And he'll answer you. And he's so, so excited to go on this journey with you, to go to show you how complex you are, what a deeper identity you have, who he's created you to be, and the work he's created you to do. And it's going to be so fun. It's going to be like this next new adventure that you have with him. So, end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing if you enjoyed it. But more importantly, turn off your phone or your TV or whatever device you're watching this on and just ask him and say, Lord, your servant is here. Your child is here. Who do you say I am?